Oh, okay, so yeah, the mic is stuck under a bunch of wires, which is guys annoying. So hello everyone, welcome back. This video is going to be a little bit different, and from the title of the video you may have already guessed, is me yapping and ranting about Call of Duty Black Ops 7. So originally I was actually recording a video for Battlefield 6. It was the campaign of Battlefield 6 and how I am going to shit on a lot of things in the campaign of Battlefield 6. The multiplayer is really good. Like, it brought back the classic feeling of Battlefield. But as always, ever since Battlefield 3, the campaign has not always been good. It only feels like it is just there to, as a marketing strategy, say, hey, we have campaign, we have multiplayer, we have this, we have that. This is what it feels like. It doesn't feel like they're taking it seriously. And I'm fine, because Battlefield has never been the company to say, oh, we are making a good campaign this year. I mean, they got like a few good or a few bits of good campaign here and there. Bad Company is a really famous example, but then again, if you ask me, the only thing Bad Company 2 really had going for is the charm of the characters. Like, you can put those characters in any other game, and you say the same thing. You know, they have good dynamic and charm between them. But the gameplay, after all, in Bad Company 2 is pretty standard linear kind of stuff. And then my personal favorite will be Battlefield 2 Modern Combat, which is basically live action mode in Battlefield 2 for you to practice the mechanics in Battlefield 2, but they make it a full-fledged campaign where, you know, just like for those of you who remember Battlefield 1, the very intro prologue mission, that if you die, the campaign does not restart. If you die in the prologue campaign of Battlefield 1, you basically skip to another person, which will continue to fighting. This is the same vibe when I play Battlefield 1's intro campaign I have for Battlefield 2 Modern Combat. If in that game's campaign, if you die, you just jump to the next person with either tank, either tanker or helicopter pilot, or you're just another engineer or your machine gunner or whatever. This is kind of what I always wanted from a game called Battlefield, where you're expecting large-scale warfare, fighting between one side to another, and you just one soldier against an army. If you die, the campaign should not be over and you restart, right? You should be just jumping to the next soldier. This is what I always want to see in a Battlefield campaign. Jesus Christ, I went on a side tangent for way too fucking long. So, Battlefield has never known to be a good campaign maker, right? On one side we have Battlefield, on the other side we have Call of Duty, which me as a campaign guy, I always look it like this. When I want to play multiplayer, I go to Battlefield, because I can have more strategy and more space and pacing to think about how to approach different certain objectives. And Call of Duty, while the multiplayer aspect is fast paced, you just want to get the kill. You want the satisfaction of jumping in, dolphin diving through the window and fucking kill the enemy, right? But the thing that I care about the most, it's campaign. The campaign has always been high quality, even in recent titles. Even at the worst Call of Duty titles, there are moments of suspense. Except Modern Warfare 3, the newest one, and Black Ops 7, okay? We don't talk about these two first. But aside from these two, most of the Call of Duty campaign, even the bad one like Ghost, had moments of intensity. Like in Ghost, there's a mission where you basically are infiltrating an enemy base in a mountain or something. And then after wrecking the whole place, you just have to act like you're injured and you have to sneak out. And you were caught in the end as well. There's a lot of tension in that mission here. Even though the whole campaign is bad, there are moments of intensity in those campaigns. And then we come to Black Ops 7. I did not play Black Ops 7, nor did I buy Black Ops 7, because I just don't agree what they're doing. I just don't like what is happening. The whole game is a nostalgia bait on the OG fans of Call of Duty Black Ops 2. which to me is one of the best campaign ever in the whole Call of Duty trilogy. Behind it is like Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare 2, the OG, and then Infinite Warfare. I am a diehard Infinite Warfare campaign guy. Multiplayer can go to shit, I don't care. But in terms of campaign, Infinite Warfare basically are trying to live up to the expectation of Black Ops 2. That's besides the point. Anyway, Black Ops 7, it just... First of all, what they essentially did, aside from the nostalgia bait, is basically pulled a Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 remake, but 2.0. They basically did the same shit. They basically did the same cost-saving bullshit that people are criticizing them for. They make this game thinking, okay, how much stuff can we remove from the game, from the core of the game that player expects us to deliver, while saving a lot of money and continue to be able to sell 30 million units. I have a personal conspiracy theory that there are whales intentionally buying like hundreds, if not thousands, of Call of Duty units just so they can fund Activision in like a weird like investment strategy way, so Call of Duty will be able to justify themselves to continue making slop like this. But that is just me. If any one of you agree with me, please comment down below. Let me know what you think. But it's just so fucking disappointing. Like, the Modern Warfare 3 remake is already like, what they doing with the story? You can see a lot of problem with the story of Modern Warfare 3 remake. And then they just took a step further with Black Ops 2, with like all the ahead kind of storyline where, you got poisoned by a neurological virus or gas or poison, something like that, and then you just experience the trauma again. Like we got the skippity toilet fight. We got like they retcon a lot of stuff to make it make sense. Like in the original Black Ops 2, Karma is basically the main thing that prevent Menendez, which is the main bad guy in Black Ops 2, from escaping, because she's the one who kind of work around the virus that take down the US defense network, right? So she is like one who truly knows the code. And she's just like a contractor, never knowing Menendez is like the terrorist, right? In the best ending you can get in Black Ops 2, Harper has to die for Farid, who is an undercover agent, for him to survive to later on when the good guy main base, which is a carrier, was under attack, and Menendez basically infiltrated to the comm center of the carrier. Farid will be jumping in front of a bullet for Karma, and Karma was knocked out, so she can survive to basically destroy the virus or something like that. But in Black Ops 7, she and Harper is alive. Some reason. Are you going to tell me that you have some like nano machine that you injected into Harper's brain so it can fix their fucking head? What? How does that happen? What? Like, that is bits and pieces of that laying all over the game. Playing through the Battlefield 6 campaign, which I'm still making a video of, and then looking at Black Ops 7's sloppiest campaign ever, I kind of have a nostalgia trip. Looking at Wikia, Call of Duty Wikia, and look at all the titles. Alright, so now we have the Wikia page for Call of Duty. And then, like, if you look back at it, Call of Duty plus all the side contents and like the mobile games, they have at least like 53 games. Jesus Christ. And like half of it, the side content is basically mobile games that Call of Duty always try to like basically go into the mobile game market. I don't know how successful it is. I heard it was successful in the Chinese market, but I don't know about the rest of the world. The first half of it, we have all the OGs, right? We have the original Call of Duty. Like, even the side content in the original Call of Duty, most of it are actually just DLC campaigns. Like, think about it. DLC campaigns. Like, a good DLC campaigns. When is the last time you heard a good DLC campaign aside from the UB slops season pass game that has you grinding all for all like the cosmetics that no one gives a shit about. Like we have Call of Duty 1, with United and Finance Hours. Like I played those, I didn't really like it. And then like we have Call of Duty 2, which is like one of the best Call of Duty in terms of like old Call of Duty. Call of Duty 2, the Call of Duty that I play a lot with my high school friends. I used to live in a boarding school. My high school friends basically gave me like a copy of a Call of Duty 2. And like we have like, 10, 20 people just playing. I don't think you can, maybe like just 6 or 7 people playing Call of Duty just a whole day. Call of Duty, I never played it. It was not available on PC. It was only exclusive to PlayStation. And then they find out that how much money they've been wasted. Then we have the OG of the OG. This is what every like person who is like older than me or the same age as me, I'm like 27 by the way, will know Call of Duty 4, which is Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, the OG 2007 release. This is like one of the classic best Call of Duty ever, right? It's basically like a modern warfare setting with like major arm, like on one theater you have like big war machine of the United States Marine Corps, which is going against like the OPFOR, what they call it, OPFOR, which is a Middle East Saudi Arabia country that overthrown the government, something like that. On the other side, you have the sneaky and quiet, SAS basically going against the people who funded Saudi Arabia's coup, right? All of this intense combat with the ultra-nationalists and the OPFOR in the end result in like the US forces in Saudi Arabia getting nuked, and then you basically prevented a world catastrophe from basically canceling a nuke launch from a Russian facility. And at the end, your whole team, almost most of the team dying, by the main bad guys, right? And then that is just so cool. That is just so cool. Like, it feels like James Bond, it feels like Mission Impossible, but in the realm of reality, right? And then next we have World of War, which is like the more gritty, grim, dark history of the World War II. One on the Japanese theater, and the other one on Stalingrad, or the Russian versus German. The brutality of World War II, right? And then after that, we're moving on to Modern Warfare 2, which is basically the same formula of Modern Warfare, but take it up a notch, introducing a lot more like stuff that is bombastic, that feels like Hollywood action, a movie that was being kept under a more, again, tied to reality, right? Nothing like what like mind control, like wall jumping, like bullshit like that. And then we have the Black Ops, which again, we already have so much good Call of Duty titles, and then Black Ops, the first Black Ops just hit us like a freight train ready to depart from a station. I don't know what I'm talking about, but we have Black Ops, right? Black Ops is the OG of the OG, right? The Cold War kind of a CIA operation to find out how the Russians going to destroy the United States, and you actually brainwash the entire time. Holy shit. This is so cool. This is so cool. And then we have Modern Warfare 3 to basically cap off the entire trilogy. It was weaker than the first 2 games, but when you get to kill Makarov, satisfaction. You basically, in the last mission, you go into Makarov's hotel in a juggernaut suit, because after everyone dies, even though the world is at peace, your war with Makarov never ends. You're going to fight him to the last man if you have to. Fight him until your last blood drops if you have to. And this is what happens. And then we'll have Black Ops 2, which is basically Black Ops 1, but take place in the future. In the realms of things, between Black Ops and World of War, it's not bad. Taking things to the future, where, some of the characters from Black Ops still exist, but now you're in the future where something you did during the Cold War come back to haunt you, and how you're going to fight the bad guys. This is what we're talking about. Black Ops 2 basically have branching endings in their games, increase your replayability with the game, right? And one moment you were able to save Harper, or in the other moment you save Harper, but you actually lock yourself into the bad ending. And this is so much like stuff to do, so much things we play in the game and the writing of the story is good enough that this is a game that I want to continue playing for years to come. I played Black Ops 2 again, I think like 2 years ago. Yeah, 2 years ago. And this is just how much influence this game has on my life, you know. And then we get to Ghost. Ghost is like, at that point, you know, in 2013, it's the weakest Call of Duty game in the whole trilogy, right? It feels like it is a story they don't know what they're going. But to be honest, to be frank, to be fair, a lot of intense moments are what we remember Call of Duty for. Again, with the infiltrating the base mission, and then we have the stealth mission where we're dropping down from the tower to capture the bad guys' accountant or something, and then we have the mission. I like the mission where we're basically flying the Apache, basically to assault the base, and as well as the space mission, and as well as the tank mission that leads to the space mission. I like that. I like all of this. It is what I, as a sci-fi nerd, liked about Call of Duty Ghosts. And then we get to, you know, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, which, you know, from all other people, as well as me, feels like somewhat a theme fatigue, where they basically already had Black Ops 2 as a future setting. Ghosts takes place in the future, but not futuristic enough. But I will still count it future, right? And then we have Advanced Warfare, which is, again, a future setting. So we already have like 3 future setting back to back. So it's already like a fatigue already existed, right? And this is the first time they introduced the smart movement, which is a big thing in before 2014 already. Okay, let's look at Titanfall. My God, when I pull up Titanfall, Apex Legends just come up. Cancer. Anyway, Titanfall was first released in March 11, 2014. And yeah, you can see just like the advanced movement mechanic in gaming is starting to be like popular in the gaming scene during that time. And Call of Duty Advanced Warfare and Titanfall are the proof of that. But comparing both games, if you like advanced movement and Call of Duty style shooting, you will 100% buy Titanfall. Because the map design and the mechanics are so well designed in Titanfall that Call of Duty Advanced Warfare feels like a little brother or experimental version to Titanfall, right? The map design in Advanced Warfare are just not good enough. They try to mix the advanced movement map designs with 3-lane or somewhat 3-lane design of Call of Duty. They mix them together, and it just doesn't mix well, to say the least. Like, you will have the 3-lane maps, which is designed for like on the foot kind of on the foot rush from point A to point B. But with advanced movement, it feels like the advanced movement wasn't used at all, and it just makes the map more confusing. Some part of the map you have to use advanced movement to get across, but some doesn't, but you still can play properly. So what is the point of the advanced movement other than just messing up with the gameplay, right? And like when you design it in a game like Titanfall, their mechanics plus the map plus all the Titan mechanic as well, and all that just makes it work in a game like Titanfall. But it just doesn't work in a game like Advanced Warfare, where they're trying to mix the OG map design with the advanced movement mechanic. The map just doesn't work that way. So next we got Black Ops 3, which is the most controversial Black Ops. I mean, speaking again from a campaign guy, Black Ops 3 campaign, they're trying to be cool with it. This is their first experiment into the no. This is the first time they experiment with the idea of how far they can take the Lahead kind of genre. So you have the like Black Ops 1 and 2, right? This is like the first OG Lahead idea in the Call of Duty franchise, right? But like when it comes to Black Ops 3, it feels like they try so hard, they miss the mark, right? So the whole idea is that the whole game is you as a character, whatever character design you give it to him, are basically, or like by chance or by accident, mix your memory with one of the good guy, which is Taylor in the game. Good guy's memory, and now you're somehow intertwined. Like you're playing in a lot of places that Taylor has been in, like his past missions. You won't know that until you kind of like soft data mine the game by just looking at some of the cutscenes or like some of the starting openings, like text which is scroll in like really fast, and from that on you can get the idea of what the Black Ops 3 stories are. And when you piece together some of the flashbacks, you can, oh, this is what Call of Duty like Black Ops 3 stories are. This is really cool. But then you realize the fact that why do I have to go through all this confusing bullshit just to understand Black Ops 3 campaign? It just doesn't make sense. And again, the map design, while it's an improvement on Advanced Warfare, me personally, I still doesn't really like it. It still just feels like a Call of Duty map with advanced movement introduced to it. They still cannot break away the traditional Call of Duty map design into something like the Titanfall, which again makes the movement mechanics not really great to interact with, right? Then we have Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, which in my opinion, as a fan of Infinite Warfare, a overly underrated game. So what happened is 4 years of futuristic setting, 2 years of advanced movement. Players are fucking tired. They're so tired that when Call of Duty decided to announce Infinite Warfare, I'm sure a lot of you have already known, it was hated. But as I said, it was overly underrated, as even though like the only thing I really like about Infinite Warfare's multiplayer is the maps. The maps actually is really good looking. But the campaign is really good. The campaign has holes. I would say as a fan of it, it has holes. That's why it wasn't better than Black Ops 2, because it has a lot of holes, like plot holes. That was like, okay, you can clearly see something is wrong with the campaign, but I will chalk it down to they don't have the time and money to basically continue work on an already good enough campaign. And then next, after all the hate they're getting, they're moving on to World War II. I did not buy World War II. I think it's just a nostalgia bait to say Call of Duty doesn't know where they should be going with the franchise at this point. And they were like, oh shit, people hate us for Infinite Warfare. Therefore, we should go back to our roots, which is a World War II title. But then again, I do understand, like, after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 years, so 7, 8, after 8 years of modern or futuristic titles, I understand that if they want to go back to World War II after so much hate over it, okay? World War II, from what I heard, I saw a lot of cutscenes on YouTube. I think it's fine, like the camaraderie and the reality of World War II. But compared to something like World of War, I would prefer World of War over a 2017 good graphics World War II. And then we have Black Ops 4 2018. When Activision Call of Duty thinks, damn, we didn't do so well in sales. Let's blame it all on the campaign. And that's why they removed it. Like when I brought Black Ops 4 for all the laws on the Black Ops series. But in terms of like multiplayer, I did not play more than like a month before I stopped playing it. I played on the bot servers, the trading servers, which Black Ops 4 kind of built into, I think so. But more than that, I did not play Black Ops 4. It sucks. I think they're trying to hit the esports scenes with Black Ops 4. But at the end of the day, it just wasn't a good game. It is a game, if you want to torture yourself, you will play. And they will move in to the first good thing after like 4 years, 5 years, 6 years. Holy, I like Infinite Warfare a lot, but I don't think it was a good year for Call of Duty. After 6 years of like bad fucking luck, Call of Duty finally somewhat climbed back up the ladder with the release of the remake of the Call of Duty Modern Warfare in 2019. It was a good game. They incorporate a lot of like elements into the both campaign and multiplayer. Instead of just bombastic Hollywood style kind of campaign, they're going back to the OG route. Realism mixed with like CIA like global operation, right? Just basically take down a terrorist leader, right, or bad guy, right? I really like Modern Warfare. The map was fun. The campaign is fun. I never played Warzone. I'm not a big Warzone guy. I'm not a big Battle Royale guy after all. I just don't find the gameplay really that intriguing. So I did not play the Warzone. I actually also did not play or bought Modern Warfare 2 Campaign Remaster. I have heard a lot of good things about it. There are like a lot more updated graphics and animation being added to the game. I wish I bought it to play. Maybe we'll see. One day I may be buying it to play. But again, it's an overall really good game. It feels like a restart. In the passion and fire that we see in the OG Call of Duty, right? And then the next year is pretty good as well. Next year we got Black Ops Cold War. Aside from the last mission, everything else is really good. Last two missions, the Cuba and the Missile Destroy mission. Everything else is really good. I like the campaign. I like the multiplayer as well. The multiplayer, not so much. It feels again like a hero shooter. They're basically just forcing us to buy skins. I don't think a lot of people like it either. And then we have Vanguard. What can I say? Man, they're going down the route of good, bad. So we're basically funding money to build the next good thing. It's just what Call of Duty feels like now at this point. Vanguard. I did not buy Vanguard. Oh, fortunately, I did not buy Vanguard. I skip. So we're down to Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. It is a weaker title than Modern Warfare, like the new Modern Warfare in 2019. But it is competent, okay? With the Warzone 2.0 being like a really popular title at that time, basically kickstart a lot of hype for Call of Duty. Modern Warfare is a pretty competent title. The story is pretty mid. Like, a lot of the decision made in the campaign, I was like, dude, if you would have killed that bad guy this much early on, you would have saved a lot of the trouble until like at the end of the game, right? So this is my problem with their writing in Modern Warfare 2. The multiplayer is pretty good. It's really good. It's basically on the same par with the 2019 Modern Warfare multiplayer. But the good ends there. As the next year we have, well, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. My God, is it painful? I bought this game. I fucking bought this game. I bought a $70 fucking DLC. I bought it. And it makes me so mad. Oh, it just makes me so fucking mad. First of all, again, they're doing the thing where they're going on the same series and title in the same year. So again, it's giving us like a theme or like franchise fatigue. But the worst thing is the fact that in Modern Warfare 3, the remake, so much stuff happened and went wrong. I was wondering, is like Activision actively attempting to sabotage themselves? So when like Modern Warfare 4 comes out, they can just rise back up to like being like a fucking phoenix or something. Because yes, Modern Warfare 3 remake is not the end of the trilogy. It's not the end of the Modern Warfare reboot series. It is ongoing because it did not end. Soap dies, yes, Soap dies. But Makarov did not die. Like in the OG Modern Warfare 3, Soap dies along with Makarov, which is a fitting end because Soap died and Price avenges him, right? But in Modern Warfare 3, Soap dies, Makarov was right next to him, and no one bothered to kill fucking Makarov, so Makarov just runs away. Like, what the fuck? Like, when everyone got to that section, I'm assuming all the YouTubers, all the players, was all the stuff. It's like, holy shit. I feel nothing about Soap stuff. I feel nothing at all. It just feels like Activision is running out of money, or the profit margin is not good enough, so they intentionally make a $70 fucking campaign for us to play. And I even fucking forget this point. So basically, the Modern Warfare 3, the remake, did the same thing as Black Ops 7, where they put out a Warzone map, and they just have you played around that with mission designed around the Warzone map, and have you played on it. It is so boring. The whole campaign in Modern Warfare 3 remake is so fucking boring. I basically struggle to finish it. They make me hate all the OG characters in the Modern Warfare reboot. I fucking hated Price. Ghost is pretty cool. Ghost is still cool. He just didn't do anything in Modern Warfare 3. You know, Soap. I couldn't hate Soap. But all the other characters I fucking hate. They didn't contribute much to the story overall. It just feels like me playing with toy army model and making up stories, making up like action stories in my head. And, you know, I got tired at one point. It just created a terrible ending for that play. This is what Modern Warfare 3 feels like. Alright, next, you know, we got Black Ops 6. Black Ops 6 was a pretty okay game. You know, I like what they did with Black Ops 6. So Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War is basically like a spy film. And Black Ops 6 is basically that spy film getting a sequel. This is what it feels like. But like the ending and stuff, it didn't take us anywhere. It just feels like, oh, the ending just exists. Even though all the set pieces and the things in the game before that is actually pretty good. I like it a lot. And then we have Black Ops 7. And you know what my opinion is on Black Ops 7. I'm really disappointed about it. They basically took my favorite game in the entire series and basically just put it in a what the fuck is the thing? Put it in a mixer and destroy it and shred it to pieces and then puke out something that's abomination to all Call of Duty games and series. It just is very boring. A lot of things does not make sense. They even put a female character in it that just feels like a DI thing. It really does. Her character name, if I remember, is called 50/50. And then she basically just got braids on her hair, which I don't think under any military disciplinary code will allow something like that to happen. You know, at the end, that's like the ending scene to that game. Basically, I thought it's going to be like Section, which is the main character in the game, basically blowing up that 2 max. Instead, no. It was just her being a strong, independent woman. You know, throwing a grenade, you know, shooting a missile from the Mac to the bad guys' headquarters, and all that. Man, even Vanguard feels like it is better than Black Ops 7. Even Modern Warfare 3 feels like it has more tension than that of Black Ops 7. But it doesn't really matter what I say, what I think, right? The whales for Call of Duty and Activision is just going to buy 1 million units to fund their secret project next. I'm not sure of that. And by my guess, next game is going to be Modern Warfare 4. Jesus Christ. I'm just very disappointed. I'm angry and disappointed. I'm not angry. I'm not really angry. I'm just frustrated and disappointed. It's a good thing too I did not buy Black Ops 7. I would much rather put my money on Black Ops 6, which have some problems now, than me putting money on a slop game that uses AI for some of the calling tags. Calling tags used to be a thing that you hold with a badge of honor, because it feels like you earned that tag, and whenever you kill the fucking player, the player see your tag, and the tag was just laughing at you. Now those tags was replaced with AI generated Ghibli with a Ghibli arts. What the fuck? So seriously, what the fuck? What the fuck am I playing? No, I'm not gonna buy Black Ops 7. Nor will I buy the next Call of Duty title on launch, because just how disappointed I am. It just feels like now on 1 year they got a good Call of Duty team to create games that sells 30 million units, and then next year they got a bad Call of Duty team to make a game that also sells 30 million units. Guys, the math is just isn't mathing. The sense just isn't sensing. Please tell me, is my brain just fucking cooked at this point? Or are we as a society just have to rethink how we should spend our money? I'm just yapping now at this point. Yep, the Battlefield 6 campaign video will be coming out soon. I'll be shitting over it. But just remember, the Battlefield 6, I would much rather play the Battlefield 6 campaign over this fucking shit I'm seeing in front of my very eyes. Yeah, that's about it. Done yapping. See ya.